Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I wanted to do a catch-up before I go away to that knitting retreat that I mentioned in my last vlogmasy kind of thing, I think, but I have a couple things to catch you up on. I have this cardigan on that I just recently finished. I'm going to take it off in a second, but I just wanted to show you that I've got this like plaid navy blue and green turtleneck on, and I have the step-by-step cardigan on with it. It's such a cozy, can I just say how cozy this is? It's done in Lion's brand Fisherman's wool. I changed the button band, as you will know from other videos probably. And I just love it. I throw it over many things. I did go ahead and I mattress stitched the back of it. See other videos to understand why I was going to do that with a button band. And not perfect, but it's done. It's mattress stitched. Anyhow, thanks for joining me. I'm Renee, and I am a new knitter this year. And I thought I would just start a YouTube channel to join this community that I discovered. I have a booktube channel, so I am not a stranger to YouTube, but when I began knitting and I saw like, oh, wait a second, there's like a whole world out there. KnitTube, like I had no idea. And so I love being a part of this community. Okay, so just a real quick rundown of what I've been doing. Almost everything I'm going to show you has yarn on it that's been carried off by Suki, the yarn bandit, our cat. She adores 100% wool. She loves alpaca silk, apparently. And when I'm not looking, I don't tend to, first of all, I don't tend to keep things in project bags. So I just keep it on my desk, and I think I've closed this office door and I haven't. And then before you know it, there is a big ball of yarn that's unraveled, clamped in her jaw as wide as she can open it. And she's carrying it around the house, stringing it through furniture and chairs. And it's like a string art. She's done that with, she just did this last night with this together. She got caught in it. She couldn't move. We heard her crying. We didn't know what was going on. It was this. So now I have devised something to put anything I'm doing on a shelf. So even if she somehow, I didn't close the door tight enough, which is what happens sometimes, then she'll never get her little mitts on things. She is allowed to, I have like a ball of yarn there that she's allowed, but you know, she wants the stuff that she's not allowed to grab. Okay, anyway, getting ahead of myself. So yeah, that's why some of these things you're gonna see look weird. I've been making mittens, I think in one of my other project, my episodes, I was making these Tin Can Knits free world's simplest mitten pattern, and I'm loving it. This one's for my daughter, and I'm just using my Lamb's Pride worsted that I got from the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. And so this is the blue that I had, and it's got mohair already in it. It's 85% wool, 15% mohair. This is to her specifications, and I just have to make the other one. I had her try this on so that I could understand what to do. And I do these with DPNs. I have found that that works best for me, and they are by no means perfect. They have like little holes that I'm fixing and things like that. I'm getting better as I go. I have a pair of burgundy ones for me. And then I had this really fun on sale Knit Picks yarn that I thought I just want to do something really fun with this GoGo Boots Chroma Twisted. Let me see if I have the ball band here. I don't think I do right here. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not Chroma. It is Knit Picks Twill. No, I'm sorry. It's not. I'll find what it is and I'll put it in the notes. But the color is GoGo Boots. I feel like it's Chroma Worsted or something because it was a ball that, oh, here it is. You can't see what's the rest of it, but it's going to turn green. So it was a, what do they call that? It started off green and then it went to yellow and then green. Not really a rainbow, but okay. Yeah, it's Chroma Twist, bulky weight, GoGo Boots. And this is made up of 70% superwash, 30% nylon. I loved it so much. It was like, I'm telling you, it was like $5 or something on sale. And then I put that just wonderful, this Amano Uma? Uma, I'll look at it in a second. This is the work of Suki. I had to rewind it by hand. But it was this alpaca fluff that I had gotten for another project. But I just thought, what would it look like if I held two yarns together? I was doing it for my daughter's scarf, which I'll show you in a second. And I just did like a purl round, and then I did one knit round, and then I bound off. That's how I ended the top. I didn't want a ribbing, but yeah, really fun for me. I adore these. They're just super bright. I have like a navy blue winter coat that I wear when it's like really, really cold. I made my daughter a vest. I'm sorry, a scarf. Why did I say vest? A Sophie scarf, but I did it the way I did mine. And I made it the 33 inches when you get to the, I'm sorry, the 33 stitches. When you get to the widest part, I made that widest part longer. And I'll have a photo because I just dropped it off. I did it reusing my LaBienAimee Merino DK. I made a cowl out of it. I wasn't using it. It wasn't like close enough to my neck. And I showed it to her and said, would you like me to make a scarf out of this, a Sophie scarf? Because she loved mine. And so I did that, and I held some fluff with it. I don't know if I have the fluff here, but it's the same fluff. Oh yeah, I do. But it was a lighter color. And let me see if I have the, sorry, I'm not completely organized. Yeah, this is the Amano Uma. It's 37% baby surrey, 37% super kid mohair, and 26% mulberry silk. And this color number is, it says 1911. And I think that's ceviche. That doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. And I don't know what this color is. I don't have the tag with me, but I'll make sure I let you know. So yeah, it's accessories land right now. I'm going to a Vogue knitting class. It's a 2-day class in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm leaving Sunday. It's with Gudrun Johnson, Tessa Widener, and Jennifer Berg. And it's Fair Isle knitting. It is also weaving. And I don't know what else. I forget. But I'll tell you all about it when I get back. So we have like morning and afternoon classes, and we're going on a sunset train ride on Monday. It is extensive. It's going to be a lot packed into 2 days, and then I come home Wednesday morning. So more on that later. I'll fill you in on all of it in case you might be interested in it next year. So I'm not getting into big projects. I'm gonna take with me maybe this hat project that I'll show you in a second, but I didn't want to start anything. I just wanted to go to the class and learn some color work for the first time, and then see where that takes me inspiration wise. So what I might take with me is, I started this hat, which I have on scrap yarn because I'm using the needles for something else, which I'll show you in a second. So this is just the brim, but it's all this 1x1 ribbing. And you guessed it, I'm doing it. I guess I'm just sticking alpaca silk and everything, but this pattern is actually designed to have a mohair or in this case for me, it's alpaca, held with I think a worsted yarn, because that's what I have. And this is actually Patons Classic Wool that you get at Joann's. And this was on clearance. And I don't remember what shade of green this is. I wish they had more. I would have gotten more because I love this green. It's like just a true, I don't know what it is. It's not grass green, but it's just a toned down green, and I love it. And so I have the ball band, and I'll tell you what shade this is, because there's like 3 different shades of this Patons Classic Wool Worsted. So I want to make sure I let you know which one it is. Okay, this pattern is Lily at Curatorial Knits. It's her beginner welcome hat. And when I saw her YouTube video on it, I knew right away I wanted to make it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making whatever it is for the 21 inch. And I actually think that whatever the cast on stitches were, I went down just a couple so that I knew it would have the right fit. But so yeah, this is probably the project I'm going to take with me. I do have project bags. I just don't tend to use them at home. I'll use them as I go somewhere. Actually, I have 1 project bag, and then I have 2 from like over 15 years ago that I picked up. I don't know why, at a yarn store. I was trying to learn how to knit. And then I have another hat that I started, and this is like really quick. I'm going to have it done before Sunday, I think, because I'm already started on the decreases, but I wanted to share it with you because it's a chunky knit, it's fast, and it was just talked about on the Grocery Girls yesterday. So I'm recording this on Friday, December 13th. This is the Tin Can Knits Snap Hat, and it is meant to have 4 strands of fingering weight yarn held together. And I did that for the ribbing. I used 4 strands, but because I only have up to size 8 with these shorties, which is how I do a hat with this cable, I decided to only then hold 3 strands together because I didn't want it to get too tight. This is for my husband. He did try this on the brim. I'm making the largest size, which is the 23 inch. And it's meant to be worn. So, you know, I do keep, this is marling, and I am being conscious of what I'm doing. I'm always using this Patons sock in the turquoise blue and the gray. And then I am using up my leftover, what is this? Magpie Fibers Swanky Sock in Highline. I'm so happy to be using this up. And then sometimes I was holding, was I dropping something? Sometimes I was dropping the gray, I think it was, and holding a skein of Sandiscarn Sunday in deep red that I haven't tried or used, and I really wanted to. So you can see where I was doing that, just a few things. And then at one point I was, instead of the red, I was holding some serpent colorway twill sock yarn from Knit Picks. So I was being very intentional. But this hat, I'm going to see if I can turn it inside out, is meant to be worn with the garter stitch showing. You can wear it either way. I don't know which way Blaze will wear it, but ignoring the strings, and I'm gonna cinch it in a little bit. Like, that's what it could look like. You could just wear it like that. Isn't that cool? So you have a choice. And most of the hats on Tin Can Knits have a pom-pom at the top. This is just, you know, no flipped brim. It's just a brim like this. But yeah, like, you could wear it either way. I really like this. This is not going to be the only one I make. I can't wait to pick out some more yarns when I get home and make another one, maybe for my daughter's fiance. I've already made, by the way, I've already made a hat for my son, which I don't know if I showed it or not, but I've just mailed it off. I guess it's like Hat Central. I made another ribbed hat. I think I mentioned it. Yeah, I did mention in my other video. It's called the, I don't know if I here, but it's a free hat pattern, which I'll list in the notes. Super easy. Again, using the Lamb's Pride. I really wanted to give him a thick cuffed hat to wear when he's going to work. And that, I love that free pattern also. So that's been shipped off. The scarf that I made my daughter, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Let me go back to the scarf, the Sophie scarf. It was made out of that LaBienAimee. I'm going to put a picture up again. It was made out of the LaBienAimee, held with the alpaca silk, and she wanted the tips of the scarf to be that golden serpent color, the same sock yarn that I just talked about, this color. And I then tried to marl it in with the scarf. I wasn't, you know, it's not perfect. The tips are not the same length, even though I tried to make them the same length. But she loves it, and that's, I guess, what counts, right? Instead of perfection. So that was fun. Because I had so much fun adding fluff to that, my Sophie scarf is only made out of that swanky sock that I just showed you. And I love it because it's, you can wear during the fall and everything. I decided to use yes, this is the work of the Yarn Bandit, the aforementioned Yarn Bandit. But this is that Explorer Knits sock yarn that I got called, it's something like Cookie DoDo, that I was gifted by someone on Instagram. She is a knitwear pattern designer named Hugga Canyon. And so I wanted to use this. And yes, I will end up using it for some socks if I have some left over. But in that Knit Picks sale, they were selling this Wonderfluff, which is, I think I have a, yeah. It's a bulky weight, and it was super, super inexpensive, $5 or $6. It's 70% baby alpaca, 23% nylon, 7% merino wool. It's actually a little bit scratchy, unlike prickly, I should say, not scratchy. It's unlike this from Amano, but I think it's going to be all right. I'm holding it with the Cookie DoDo because I wanted a scarf, a really fluffy scarf for the coldest days because I take Suki out. And when I take her out, unlike when I'm running, I'm not necessarily warmed up or anything. And I just wanted something like really fluffy. It's a tiny bit prickly, but I'm not in 17-degree weather right now. So I think it'll be okay, and maybe after I wash it also. But so I'm glad I know that about the fluff from Knit Picks, that I realize that alpaca and mohair are not all going to be alike, and they're going to have different prickle factors, if at all. But I love this. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to take it with me, especially because this now is like this, but it's really fun to just have on the go, not on the go, just on the side, and to just do it while I'm watching TV and watch it grow. And I have a little piece of paper that I mark off every 8 rounds so I know when to increase again. All right, I'm speaking very fast. I just want to mention something. I'm not going to go into this too much because I just want to make this as quick as possible, and I've already been talking for 20 minutes. I might have mentioned that I wanted to make something for my daughter's upcoming wedding next October, and I was going to make something out of linen quill, which was the pirouette shawl, and I was going to make it into like a smaller lap blanket using those set of 20 set of 20 linen quill yarn from Purl Soho. I tried it. I got the 20 pack. I absolutely love the yarn, and I found that that's not going to work for me because I was terrible at picking up stitches in a yarn that you were not holding double, so it's very thin. And it was just going to look sloppy, and with the triangles you were going to be picking up stitches on at least 2 sides, maybe 3 sides, on at least 90 triangles, and that was for the shawl, so more than that. So I switched gears, and I was inspired by Leena from another knitting podcast, I think it's called. I'll be linking it below. She had the same issue. She was going to make something with a 40 pack of linen quill, and then she started it, and it was not enjoyable at all. And so she switched gears to Stephen West's blanket. I have it here. I forget what it's called already. I've never made, I tried, for those of you that have seen a couple other videos, I've tried to do a Stephen West shawl once, and it didn't work out very well. But she switched gears to the Rain or Shine blanket, which is a blanket that uses marling, which I'm getting into now. You can see those different stripes even with the black and white. You are fading one color into another after a certain number of rows, and you're starting at the corner. So before ordering the 40, because I would need like a whole rainbow, I decided I would try to start the corner. And if you just ignore this little rogue stitch that I need to secure back into the corner. This is the second time I've done this corner. I've practiced it twice, and this is the color, the Bright Flamingo, that you start the corner with if you're following the rainbow of the linen quill set, the 40s. And that's what Leena is doing. She's just following the chart. I'll put a picture up here of the chart of the set of minis. And she's just fading one color into the next. And when I saw that video, or not when I saw it, but when I was having trouble with the pirouette, I was like, I know Leena had trouble. Let me go back and look at that beautiful blanket that she pivoted to that was a fade that she was really, really liking. And so I did. I went back and watched that video, and then I messaged her and said I was going to do the same thing. So yeah, I guess I just talked about it. I wasn't going to go fully into it, but I'll just show you more once I get back to this. When I'm back. I don't know that I'm going to work on this anymore in December, but just happy that I found a pattern that, like, this is really fun. I mean, this was super fiddly and I didn't enjoy that, but I've practiced increasing and practice following the instructions, and I know that I've got to go a certain number of rows before I fade into the next color, and so I'm gonna have to wait for that other yarn anyway. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I pivoted because I wasn't feeling that way with those triangles, I have to say. That's it. That's all I have. I'm gonna think and plan more about 2025 after I get back from the trip, and probably after Christmas. I'll fill you in. But just wanted to give you an update. I'm loving Vlogmas, and then watching any of you that are making videos that aren't Vlogmas. I'm enjoying those too, because they tend to have some kind of holiday theme. So if I don't talk to you before the Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, then I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope your December is just as you want it to be right now. And I'll see you probably after the holidays. So thank you everyone that's subscribed, that ever wanted to see a video from me again. I really, really appreciate that you're here. I'm absolutely loving the engagement in the comments. So many of you have helped me with your feedback and advice and tips and tricks. So I really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Bye.